August, late summer, and early autumn. 4 o'clock in the morning. The street outside the window was still flashing with street lights. Chen Chuan stood by the window and thoughts. I actually wear the novel I wrote. He was an ordinary university graduate in modern society. Last year he followed the trend and wrote an urban novel on the internet. The result, and somehow, just yesterday, he actually traveled to the world in the novel and became one of the supporting characters of the novel Chen Chuan. Coincidentally, this supporting role is also called Chen Chuan, just like him, because he tried to save trouble when he wrote it, so he wrote his name directly. Fortunately, the world in this novel is a parallel world that is basically the same as the Earth. There are no problems that cannot be adapted. And just now, a voice appeared in his mind, so now, Chen Chuan is standing by the window, pushing the window open, breathing the cold air in the early hours of summer, making choices in his mind. Choose 500 million? This world, parallel to the current Earth, is almost exactly the same, with 500 million, so you can spend your entire life in style. Moreover, the 500 million yuan lottery ticket is just right, so you can spend it boldly. As for the storage spirit ring of the cultivator. What's in? What is in the storage spirit ring, can I disclose it? If there is a cheat, what word is it? Can I not understand it? Also, I can use whatever is in the ring at will. His cautious character played a role at this moment, and these necessary questions are very important. But the voice in my mind did not respond, just repeated the sentence, time is limited. Looking at the lights in the dark on the street, Chen Chuan gritted his teeth and made a decision, I choose the spiritual ring for storage of immortals. The storage ring has been issued after you have accumulated 10,000 reputation points in this world. You can choose whether to return to the original world and allow 1/10 of the wealth obtained in this world to be taken away. The voice in his mind disappeared, and Chen Chuan had a cold object in his palm. Looked down, it was a platinum ring, with a simple appearance and a hint of desolation. Storage ring. Chen Chuan tried to read silently, open the next moment, Chen Chuan saw a grey space where various objects were stacked in an orderly manner, and the air was filled with mysterious luster. There is not much space, I counted, there are 10 kinds of items. Chen Chuan meditated in his heart, trying to take out the objects. That purple long sword. That quaint book. That beautiful doll. Chen Chuan wanted to take out every item, but it turned out to be counterproductive and didn't move at all. Chen Chuan sweats on his forehead, mad, still fooled. Can't get it out? Chen Chuan tried them one by one, and found that all the objects were shrouded in grey mist. He could only vaguely feel that the information of one of the objects was. Chen Chuan said silently in his heart, take out the golden mountain. Wow! Wow! With a few noises, Chen Chuan felt his instep hit by a heavy object. Looked down, and saw a large pile of golden leaves appeared under his feet. Although there is no light in the room, with the faint light of the street lamp outside the window, you can vaguely see the unconcealable light of gold itself. Grabbed a handful in his hand, the heavy touch and cold touch of gold made him affirm that these are real gold. These golden leaves are about the size of a 1 yuan coin, lifelike and clear. Chen Chuan looked inside the ring again and found that only a small part of was taken out, and most of the other golden leaves were still in the ring. Boom! Boom! Chen Chuan, what time is it? What are you doing in the house? Mother Chen's voice is outside the door. Chen Chuan had a thought, and hurriedly moved the golden leaf back to the ring, and said to the door, it's okay, I touched the book, I fell asleep. Chen's mother's footsteps left, Chen Chuan continued to study. After carefully staring at the items in the ring space for a while, he found the pattern. The space in this ring is divided into small grids, a total of 10 grids. There is only the first grid. Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com, which is bright, and the remaining 9 grids are all covered by mist. It turns out that it's like this, it's covered in fog, it can't be taken out. Chen Chuan said to himself. Yes, you have discovered the pattern. Items sealed by mist need to meet higher requirements before they can be taken out. The voice in his mind suddenly spoke. Chen Chuan was taken aback. He thought that after choosing, the voice would go away. Chen Chuan, what are the higher conditions? You need to consume a lot, the more you consume, the higher the unlock authority. Chen Chuan understands, just buy and it's done. Since it was too late, he yawned and fell asleep on the bed. Early the next morning, the sun filled the room. Buzzing. Buzzing. The phone on the bedside is vibrating. Chen Chuan opened his eyes and took it over to check the time. It was already 9 o'clock in the morning. There is a WeChat from Zhou Qi. Chen Chuan, do you have time today? Let's meet, and I want to tell you something. Zhou Qi is a beautiful girl in the class of Chen Chuan in high school and the girlfriend of Chen Chuan. However, Chen Chuan knew that according to the timeline of the story, Zhou Qi wanted to ask herself out today and broke up with herself. Chen Chuan now travels to the novel. He knows the direction of the story. He doesn't have any ink traces with Zhou Qi at the moment. He typed a sentence and sent it over. No need to meet, let's break up. Turned off the phone, and didn't bother to think about how Zhou Qi would react. Chen Chuan knew that this golden mountain in the ring of light would not lack women in the future. Chen Chuan took out a bunch of yellow golden leaves from the, planning to sell them, in exchange for some money first. Chen Chuan took 30 golden leaves, which are just a little bit of the entire jinshan. The whole jinshan, if all were taken out, Chen Chuan would have filled his entire room. A golden leaf weighs more than 10 grams. According to the current gold price in 2017, one piece is about 2,500 yuan, and these 30 pieces are more than 70,000 yuan. Chen Chuan, I left you $2,000 on the coffee table. Today, you can go to the mall to buy a new mobile phone. Let's go. Mother Chen shouted outside. It is good. Father Chen has his own company. Early in the morning, he went to the company with Mother Chen. Now only Chen Chuan himself is left in the house. He finds a sledgehammer and smashes all 30 exquisite golden leaves into golden cakes. 80. 80. 80. Chen Chuan hit with one hammer. After a while, 30 golden cakes were smashed out. I found a bag to put it on, found a mask to wear, and went out carrying the bag. Haikan City, inside Zhou Dehongjian store. The store manager pushed the glasses, and said slowly, in this case, each gold pancake weighs 10 grams. According to the current basic gold price, it is 265 yuan per gram. Here, although it is 99.9% pure gold, the certificate not complete, I can only give you 240 per gram, okay? Chen Chuan nodded, and put the bag of gold on the counter, indicating that it was okay. Each gold cake is 10 grams, which is 2,400 yuan, and a total of 30, which is 72,000 yuan. Is it for you to transfer or cash? The store manager tapped the computer and asked. Cash. Chen Chuan also knew that the gold leaf is exquisite, but the craftsmanship on it is not sure whether it is in reality, so it is safer to smash it into golden pancakes. 10 minutes later, when Chen Chuan came out, there was 72,000 yuan in cash in the bag. He walked into the mall, ready to buy clothes and change to a new phone. Passing by the milk tea shop, I ordered a cup of milk tea in view of not eating in the morning. The moment paid, I suddenly felt the message in my mind, the second item has been unlocked. Chen Chuan took a sip of milk tea and stood still thinking. After buying milk tea for 10 yuan, the second item was unlocked. It seems that it is really related to the amount of consumption. What about the third item? How much can I take out? Chen Chuan walked to a place where there was no one, and first took out the second level of the storage spirit ring. After you equip this item, you can obtain the ability. Chen Chuan put the card style flat in his palm, and the copy symbol disappeared in the next second. You have acquired the ability. Chen Chuan was surprised. Does this have the ability to copy? How do I use this ability? Casually touched a few items around him, but found no items to be copied. Chen Chuan thought as he walked, and suddenly saw a mobile phone shop in front of him. He thought that school was about to start, it was time to buy a new mobile phone, so he put the thing aside and walked into the mobile phone shop. There are a lot of people in the store, all of them looking like students choosing mobile phones to prepare for the upcoming school start. Chen Chuan chose a silver mobile phone and went to the counter to pay. Since there are more people paying at the counter, Chen Chuan rubbed the shoulders of the guy next to him. Is activated, touch the object to get its special item. At the same time, the effect of the original item is attenuated. Do how? Chen Chuan turned his head and glanced at the boy, with a flat head and a handsome face. It turns out that he is Du Hao. It's such a coincidence that in this mobile phone shop, I ran into the protagonist of his novel, Du Hao. In the plot of the novel, Du Hao was originally just an ordinary person. After graduating from the third year of high school, he received gold fingers, and gold fingers provided Du Hao with a lot of money-grabbing props. With this, Du Hao reached the pinnacle of life step by step. Chen Chuan understands. Just now I touched Du Hao, and got the props. It turns out that this function is used in this way. In other words, Chen Chuan now has the ability to, and Chen Chuan can obtain the props that Du Hao obtains from the golden finger with the ability to. Moreover, the effect of Du Hao's original props will be weakened. Du Hao didn't seem to see Chen Chuan, nor did Chen Chuan say hello to him. After Chen Chuan paid for the mobile phone, he left the mobile phone shop. Walking out of the mobile phone shop, Chen Chuan felt the information in his mind again. After using it, stay silent for the next 3 hours and get 100 yuan per minute. If you persist for 3 hours, you will get an extra random skill card after the end. Ding! Due to the crit from, the power of is increased by 10 times, and you get 1000 yuan per minute. Should you use immediately? Hearing the sound of the system, Chen Chuan replied inwardly in order to test whether the props are really effective. Use. Can the items copied from Du Hao be increased by 10 times? This is not bad. 2 Group 6065073115. Silence is the activation of the gold card, please keep silent. Chen Chuan subconsciously touched his mouth, and that's the beginning. In other words, it's okay to stay silent for the next 3 hours. This crit effect is quite terrifying, and it is directly 10 times the effect of Du Hao's props. Is in effect, get 1000 yuan is in effect, get 1000 yuan is in effect, get 1000 yuan. Feeling that his balance is increasing every minute, Chen Chuan first went to the brand store and bought 2 clothes that totaled more than 20,000. At the current rate of money increase, buying a pair of good sports shoes only takes 1 minute. Chen Chuan is now unambiguous when he spends money, because there is a golden mountain in the storage space, which is at least dozens of tons in visual inspection. When passing by an audio store, Chen Chuan stopped. He likes to listen to songs, and he thought about buying a good playback device if he had money. Now that he has money in his hands, he just went in and took a look. Before entered the audio shop, he saw a tall bunny girl standing at the door, handing out flyers while warmly inviting guests to experience the store. Chen Chuan glanced over and found that this was not the back table of Chen Chuan in junior high school before Ling Yuyao. Sir, this is the new AK-70 from Avery and the price of 4,988 yuan, this is a high-level player, the vocals are clear and transparent, the bass dive is very deep. Ling Yuyao said to Chen Chuan. Chen Chuan found that Ling Yuyao didn't seem to recognize him, and he didn't break it at the moment. He walked into the store, looked around, and took a fancy to the AK-380SS. Ling Yuyao walked over and said, Mr. Good Foresight, this is the flagship of Avery and this year. The sound quality is definitely not the best in the industry, but the price, there is currently no event discount, which is 38,888 yuan. Chen Chuan nodded, and chose the matching carbon fiber moving iron earphone next to it. This headset is also the flagship model, priced at 23,999 yuan, which adds up to more than 60,000. At this time, Ling Yuyao seemed to have discovered something suddenly. She secretly glanced at Chen Chuan, and tentatively said, "Sir, are you, the last name Chen?" The backpack that Chen Chuan carried with him was cash for selling gold. He counted out more than 60,000 and paid for the player and earphones. He smiled slightly at Ling Yuyao, then took out his phone and added Ling Yuyao's WeChat friends. He is now in the effect of, it is not convenient to talk, so he added Ling Yuyao's friend first. The main reason for buying such an expensive player equipment is that gave him confidence. In addition, he also wanted to test whether unlocking the spiritual ring authority has anything to do with the amount of consumption. Chen Chuan left the store carrying the purchased goods. After Chen Chuan left, Ling Yuyao looked at Chen Chuan's back and muttered, "This person is so familiar, is he one of his classmates? Ask him if he doesn't speak, it's mysterious, but he paid very generously." Buying a set of equipment for listening to songs for more than 10,000 yuan is simply a luxury. She took out her mobile phone and sent a WeChat message, "Hello Mr. I am the shopping guide of Avery in the store just now, Xiaoling, Ling Yuyao, you can call me Yuyao, you can directly contact me for after-sales equipment." After, a smiley face was added. On the other side, Chen Chuan also smiled when he received the message. In my memory, Ling Yuyao is a good student with excellent academic performance, and also has money at home. How can she become a shopping guide in a mall now? Just do it, it's nothing, the main thing is, I'm wearing a bunny girl and I'm so dizzy. Chen Chuan spent 3 hours in the mall and bought something. At this time, the voice of the system rang in my mind. Expires. Within 3 hours, you received a total of 180,000 yuan, which has been transferred to the bank card. You get a random skill card God level makeup. The skills have been delegated, and you have mastered the God level makeup technique. Chen Chuan is very upset, what does he do with makeup as a man? However, it doesn't matter if he doesn't press his body with many skills. You have a chance to convert the copied into permanent effect, but the random skill can only be obtained once. If you don't obtain it later, do you consume this opportunity? The voice in his mind sounded. Chen Chuan was stunned for a moment. It turned out that the ability to copy also brought a chance to make a certain item permanent. That is good, but Chen Chuan doesn't want to use the opportunity here. Since it is permanently effective, better items should be used. After understanding this, he was about to take a taxi home. At the gate of the mall, he saw the acquaintance Ling Yuyao he met in the afternoon. Look at the time, it's 5:30 in the evening, it's time to get off work. Ling Yuyao was leaping towards a boy, both of them looked very happy, stood there talking and laughing for a while, and went to the station to wait for the bus together. Is outside the square. Chen Chuan hit Didi, and while waiting for the bus to arrive, he took pictures of shopping bags with large and small bags and sent them to Moments. Having just lived the life of a rich man, I couldn't help but want to show off. Just a few seconds after he sent out Moments. Yu reading www.yuuganshu.com received the message from Ling Yuyao. Ling Yuyao, hey, I saw you again, you were waiting for the bus with your things. Talking, you are like some of my former classmates. Chen Chuan typed back and said, you have a really bad memory. I recognized you as soon as we met. Ling Yuyao, I just said that I am familiar. You are really a classmate, your name. Chen Chuan put away his mobile phone and did not reply. The other party can't remember his name at this time, so there is no need to talk. A black Volkswagen approached from a distance. Was called Didi, and Chen Chuan got into the car and sat in the back. When was idle and bored on the road, he checked and found that the originally misty third grid lit up. Another square is lit? Is it possible that the opening condition for the third square is to consume 100,000? Chen Chuan recalled that today, he bought a mobile phone, music player, earphones, and bought a few brand name clothes. It really cost more than 100,000. This point needs further verification. Right now, Chen Chuan was wondering what the objects in this grid were. Chen Chuan was sitting in the back row, and when the driver was blind, he moved his mind and took out the small box from the grid. A simple and atmospheric message came into my mind: body tempering vermilion fruit. After taking it, you can reshape the body according to your own wishes. Chen Chuan is happy, this thing is good. He came into this world, had a lot of money, and lived a life that he could not even think of before. But the only thing is that the body is not the original body. Now that I have this item, I can just reshape it. So, he said to the driver, "Master, change the destination, stop at the nearest 5-star hotel." Jiahua 5-star hotel. The waitress at the front desk wore professional short skirts and stood there in a standard manner. When she saw a young man coming in with a big bag, she smiled and said, "Welcome to Hiken Jiahua." Chen Chuan looked at the price tag, and ordered a boutique luxury suite for 2,700 yuan a night. The room number is 5107. When you get to the room, plug in the electricity card, and you can see the brightly lit suite. Luxurious European-style decoration style, with warm-toned lighting, and soothing music from the stereo, which makes people feel comfortable. Especially this is on the 51st floor, with a view of the sea. The night view of the city and the sea view have a panoramic view. Chen Chuan took off his clothes and went to the bathroom to take a shower. Then without hesitation, he took out the directly in the bathroom and swallowed it. I closed my eyes and it was dark. In the body, the blood is rushing, and it seems that the cells are growing. Can you reshape the body as you wish? Okay, the key parts are best adjusted. I do not know how long it has been. A new body is remodeled, cells, meridians, blood, bones, and hair are formed one by one. Chen Chuan opened his eyes and looked at the brand new body in the mirror, with coordinated body proportions and distinct facial features. Turned his head to look at the side face, the facial contour is perfect and impeccable. Chen Chuan blinked and completely regained consciousness. At this moment, he felt that this was a young and energetic body with full muscles, clear mind, and clear thinking. This facial features is very familiar to him. This is a fine-tuning of the facial features of his original world, and incorporates a bit of Chen Chuan's characteristics in this world. Because he was already super handsome in the original world, the facial features now fine-tuned are also at the level of a handsome guy. Remodeling is complete. You have a brand new body, and your body shape has evolved into the best race. Max bouncing power, get it? Stamina max, get it? A message appeared in my mind. The current appearance gives the impression that this person is Chen Chuan, but he is much more handsome than the original Chen Chuan. Regardless of the appearance, temperament, or body shape, they are all better than before, and the proportions of the limbs are harmonious and perfect. Look at the time, it's already past 8 o'clock in the evening. Chen Chuan went downstairs to check out and put the room card on the counter. The waitress casually glanced up. "Hello, check out." Chen Chuan said again politely after seeing her not moving for a long time. "How come you are handsome?" The waitress muttered in a low voice, and then reacted violently, and hurriedly said, "Excuse me, sir, check out for you." Said, quickly took the room card on the counter with both hands, and gave Chen Chuan out of the room. In the car going home, Chen Chuan looked out the window of the car, the neon lights of the city flickered and the lights feasted. Young men and women enter and exit at the entrance of the bar, and they can feel the young trend elements such as alcohol, music, and dance from a distance. 10 o'clock in the morning the next day. Chen Chuan took a taxi to the Golden Lion Plaza. Today is the graduation dinner for the high school class. On the first floor of the square, many students have gathered. Chen Chuan is here. Many people greeted Chen Chuan. Chen Chuan and several boys hammered each other a few times, which was regarded as a way to say hello. Seeing Du Hao next to him, Chen Chuan also gave him a hard blow. The moment he patted Du Hao's shoulder, he felt the message, activated, touch the object, and get its special item, which has been stored in. At the same time, the effects of the original props are attenuated. Nailed it. Chen Chuan went to the side and checked the props from the storage ring. Consumption rebate card. Your next consumption will be refunded several times according to the amount you spent. Note, the returned funds shall be handled in a legal and reasonable manner. I copied the UU reading www.uuganshu.com is a good item. Chen Chuan is more happy, now he has money. Everyone gathered here for a while and went upstairs together. At this gathering, everyone was very excited, because the trident in the class, that is, the three most beautiful girls, Zhou Qi, the monitor, and Wang Leixin all came. When the crowd was approaching the third floor, Wang Leixin pulled Zhou Qi aside and asked in a low voice, Zhou Qi, have you with Chen Chuan? Zhou Qi blew the hair in front of her forehead, and said, what is it, I broke him. Why? There is no reason, it's just a break. Zhou Qi seemed a little bit unwilling to bring up this matter, her face was not bright, after all, Chen Chuan took the initiative to send her a breakup text message yesterday. The squad leader came over and asked, what are you talking about? Zhou Qi suddenly lowered her voice and said to the two of them, tell you a secret, I've been so bored recently to play a live broadcast. It feels quite interesting. Really? Which platform, what is the room number, I'll go to support you. Said the monitor. Zhou Qi smiled mysteriously, keep it secret, I don't show my face. I'm not popular now. I'll tell you when I'm a bit famous. Chen Chuan was behind the team, and his body strengthened by made his hearing also very strong. He heard Du Hao telling others, you go up first, I'll go buy something. Then, he saw Du Hao walking into a Longgin's watch shop on the third floor. Chen Chuan knew that Du Hao caught he must have bought a watch and used the rebate. This reminds Chen Chuan that he just copied and he still has 150,000 yuan in the card, and he can also buy a watch. Chen Chuan looked around the third floor of the mall. In addition to Longgin's, there are also Patek Philippe, Vacheron Constantin, Jaeger LeCoultre, Audemars Piguet, Lang, and other Monopoly, all of which are the world's top watches. Among them, Patek Philippe and Vacheron Constantin are undoubtedly the most well-known brands. Chen Chuan chose Vacheron Constantin's shop and walked in. Hello sir, do you need me to introduce you? We have 10 series of watches, Inheritance Series, Quidley, all over the world. Said the female shopping guide wearing a black skirt. Chen Chuan stood at the counter and looked around. Shopping guide asked, Sir, what kind of watch do you want to choose? The Quidley series we are selling is better now. This is an entry model of Vacheron Constantin, with a price tag of 112,000 yuan. Quidley is the entry level of Vacheron Constantin, but it is also Vacheron Constantin after all, and the price of more than 100,000 yuan is there. Round bezel, pillow-shaped case, the dial of the watch has a sun totem depicted by metal plating technology, the blue dial is like sea water, and the style of formal dress is noble and stable. Although this Quidley is not bad, it is not the best choice. He now has 150,000 yuan in his card, and he has so he can buy a bit more expensive. Chen Chuan looked around for himself, pointed to a historical masterpiece series watch priced at 200,000 yuan and said, I want this one. The shopping guide was stunned, his expression was a little surprised, but then he showed a very professional smile and said, this is the 1948 of the historical masterpiece series, the back cover and dial with blue crystal, the 18K pink gold case and hands, Mississippi alligator strap. Chen Chuan took a look and found that this watch fits the look of a dream watch, refreshing and high-end atmosphere. The more I look at it, the more I like it. Without hesitation, Chen Chuan said directly, "That's it, let's get the ticket." He also has a credit card, which has a credit of 50,000 to use, plus a balance of 150,000, which makes it just right to buy. The beauty shopping guide opened the invoice quietly, and softly introduced the features of this watch and the subsequent after-sales service. Until all the procedures were completed, she used professional and gentle movements to put the watch on Chen Chuan's wrist. Chen Chuan feels super cool, being served by a good-looking beauty shopping guide, which in itself makes people happy. Buzzing. The phone vibrates. User end number 8773, your account is transferred to 600,000, and the balance is 600,000 yuan. You have a chance to convert the obtained from the re-engraving into permanent validity, but the effect is attenuated to double the rebate. Do you consume this opportunity? The voice in his mind sounded. Permanently obtain the permission of. Chen Chuan thought for a while. This seems to be good, because in my impression, this is a very difficult prop. In the book he wrote before, Du Hao only had it 4 or 5 times. Is now permanently effective, although the effect is reduced to a double return, but it is not bad. After thinking for a while, Chen Chuan made a decision, use this opportunity to activate the permanent permission of. You have been activated, and you have the permission of permanently, and the rebate amount is double the consumption. The system replied. Chen Chuan heard this message, and was a little excited. Is it a concept to get forever? Wouldn't it be refunded every time you buy something? Thinking of this seems to be an experiment. Chen Chuan focused his attention on the higher-priced watches in the counter. Vacheron Constantin Art Master Series. This series is a high-end series in Vacheron Constantin, and the price of each masterpiece is not less than 500,000. Chen Chuan pointed to the piece of art master engraving machine and said, I want this piece too. Okay. Sir, this engraving machine, number 82020/000G9925, is priced at 585,000 yuan including tax. Although the female shopping guide received professional training and was calm on the surface, she was still somewhat surprised. This can be seen in her eyes. It's really more beautiful. Chen Chuan took a look at this sapphire dial, which has open fume enamel technology, which is very exquisite. It seems that the whole watch has a charming light and shadow effect, and I can't put it down. That's it. Chen Chuan transferred the payment without hesitation. You spend 585,000 yuan and get a double rebate of 1.17 million yuan, which has been transferred to your bank card. Feeling the rebate information, Chen Chuan confirmed it, and it really is permanent. The beautiful female shopping guide helped to pick the historical masterpiece series from Chen Chuan's wrist and replaced it with the newly bought master artist. She couldn't help but took a deep look at Chen Chuan. She had to say that this master of art watch, Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com, is more in line with the handsome temperament of the boy in front of her. She couldn't help but sigh, perfect. Packed the 200,000 historical masterpiece 1948 watch, Chen Chuan carried it in his hand, and prepared to take it home. After looking for a chance in the future, just give this to his mother. After buying the watch, the beauty shopping guide bowed again and said softly, Sir, I hope I have another chance to serve you next time. Chen Chuan walked out of the shop and ran into a person. Chen Chuan saw this girl clearly. This was Wang Leixin in the class, one of the tridents, and one of the 3 most beautiful girls in the class. Chen Chuan. Wang Leixin said in surprise, Why are you here? Wang Leixin looked up at Vacheron Constantin's shop, and subconsciously looked at the watch in Chen Chuan's hand. Chen Chuan said, I'll buy something, how about you? I will come down and buy a Häagen-Dazs to eat. Wang Leixin raised the Häagen-Dazs box in her hand, go up with 1 piece. The two went to take the escalator together to the restaurant on the 5th floor. Chen Chuan, are you in Heiken University? Wang Leixin asked, taking another look at Chen Chuan's watch. Okay. Zhou Qi is also in Heiken. Wang Leixin said. Chen Chuan glanced at this girl. She was almost 167 centimeters tall, with a mixed-race face and three-dimensional features. She looked like Shen Yun and Najia. She was wearing a small skirt and her legs were long and straight. The two chatted casually. At this time, Chen Chuan suddenly saw that there were two sports cars on the first floor of this mall, and several models wearing high-split cheongsam were leaning against the car. Maserati. Chen Chuan thought that he had just obtained the permanent permission of, and he was going to college, and he just needed a car. Chen Chuan said to Wang Leixin, "You go to the restaurant first, I have something else to do, and I will go up later." Good. Wang Leixin nodded. Chen Chuan, take the elevator directly to the first floor. Although Kali has 1.17 million and the permission to spend double rebate, it is the first time that he has come into contact with such an expensive car at such a close distance, and feels a little excited when he touches the warm body. "Sir, do you need me to introduce you?" A salesperson in formal clothes approached and asked. Chen Chuan nodded. Sales said, "The one on the left is the Maserati President Series, which is new in 2017, and the one on the right is the Ghibli Series." "What about the price?" Chen Chuan asked. "This President is a 3.0T, twin-turbocharged, 350 horsepower configuration, the bare car price is 1.37 million, and the landing price is about 1.67 million. Just like our current car with some options, the landing price that's 1.67 million. Sales said. Looking at this metallic grey Maserati President, Chen Chuan decided to take it. "Just this one, I ordered it." "Okay. Sir, you said you want this car, right?" "Yes, do I need to pay the deposit or the full amount?" "Anything is okay, our installment is more favorable and convenient, of course, if you have the full amount, it is also possible." Sales said enthusiastically. Chen Chuan didn't plan to install any more, so he chose the full amount. "I swiped the card once and got 1.17 million. You spend 117,000 yuan, and the rebate is 234,000 yuan, which has been transferred to your bank card. After that, I paid another 500,000 yuan, so that I paid the full amount of 1.67 million. After Du Hao got the rebate card, he bought a Longines watch. The second prop is, which made Du Hao not drunk no matter how much he drank at the wine table and drank all the other boys. As people slowly arrived, the squad leader started the party. Chen Chuan sat aside, drinking slowly. Considering and planning the future here. After 3 rounds of wine, Chen Chuan estimated that Du Hao should have dug up, so he went to pat his shoulder, and sure enough. Is activated, touch the object to obtain its special item, which has been stored in. At the same time, the effect of the original item is attenuated. Due to the critical strike, the has been enhanced, and the advanced is. After taking it, you will gain the permanent superfast ability to break down alcohol. The ordinary one time is enhanced too, which has a permanent effect, which is very nice. After partying and drinking, you can not only enjoy the fun of fine wine, but also can break it down super fast, not afraid to check the car, not bad. Chen Chuan took out before being noticed and swallowed it. The soy-sized pill that melts in the mouth, with a refreshing medicinal fragrance, instantly emptied the feeling of being slightly drunk after drinking 2 glasses of beer. Takes effect, and you gain the ability to permanently decompose alcohol super fast. The information flashed through my mind. Chen Chuan is confident, drinking like drinking water. This effect is overbearing. You can control the decomposition speed of alcohol yourself. If you want to feel the slight refreshing sensation brought by alcohol, you can decompose it slowly. If someone comes to fight wine, it will accelerate the decomposition directly. Reading www.youcanshu.com. Even if the liquor enters the body, it will quickly decompose into water and carbon dioxide. The party drinks until the second half. Du Hao vomited 3 times before going to the bathroom, and finally fell down pale. Chen Chuan knew that the effect of Du Hao's was reduced by, and the sober effect was greatly weakened. As the only boy standing in the audience, Chen Chuanyun looked at the city below through the glass windows of the restaurant. LPL once had a jungler who said, "Red buff, blue buff, big dragon, little dragon, champion, I want them all." Now, Chen Chuan can understand the player's words. The point of these words is "I want it all." In the ears are the laughter of the girls. It can be seen that everyone who comes to the party is dressed in delicate makeup, dressed in cool summer clothes, exposed a pair of white legs, and all of them are dressed as net red potential. As the only awake boy in the audience, all the colorful girls naturally surrounded him to talk. "Chen Chuan, how do you feel that you have become handsome?" "Yeah, I am very masculine now. May I ask if you lack the kind of little licking dog, which is very clingy? Let me come, I will not only lick, I will scream." A few girls drank a little alcohol, and they were all slightly drunk. At this time, they started a joke, "The scale is very big." The banquet was full of laughter. To count the most depressing, it was Zhou Qi who was sent a break-up message by Chen Chuan. At the moment she was sitting among the girls. Seeing the girls all making some excessive jokes with Chen Chuan, she was naturally unhappy. Moreover, she secretly glanced at Chen Chuan and found that he had become much more handsome, and the watch on his wrist, I don't know if it was an imitation, but it was very high-end and exquisite. After took a break, Chen Chuan walked out of the restaurant by himself. The dishes in the restaurant are full of salt, and Chen Chuan didn't eat a few bites, so he bought another Haagen-Dazs at the entrance of the mall. At this time, a few girls in the class also came out to greet Chen Chuan. "Please have ice cream?" Chen Chuan asked. "Good, good." The girls looked very excited. Chen Chuan bought 2 ice cream for each of the girls. "You spend 320 yuan and get a 640 yuan rebate, which has been transferred to your bank card." Almond tofu flavored ice cream has a stunning texture in the mouth. Chen Chuan has never eaten it before. Now he tastes moderately sweet and sour, refreshing and delicious ice cream, and his taste buds are greatly satisfied. "Chen Chuan, what's the matter with you and Zhou Qi? You two match so well, it's a shame to share." A girl said. Another girl said, "What a good match, I don't think Zhou Qi is good enough for Chen Chuan now. You see, Chen Chuan's figure and temperament are simply a benchmark for men. I seem to have seen Zhou Qi go to the fountain square alone. She seems very lonely. Chen Chuan, would you like to buy an ice cream and bring it to her? I remember she loves grape rum flavor." Another girl said. Chen Chuan shook his head. "Just don't buy it, Chen Chuan, let me tell you, beautiful girls must not be used to them." Several girls are twittering. After they finished eating the ice cream and took a taxi together, Chen Chuan took out his mobile phone, turned on Douyu, and entered the room number. He saw a girl with sunglasses on the live broadcast, with the fountain square in the background. As explained in the novel, Zhou Qi room number on the live broadcast. So Chen Chuan naturally knows now. The sun at 3:30 in the afternoon shone on the water column of the fountain, splashing golden mist. I saw Zhou Qi sitting on the fountain platform, looking disappointed. She is still an unknown little anchor now, and there is no one watching it in the live broadcast room. At this time, a level 41, ID called Cheng Feng Wuji enters the room. Zhou Qi looked at the barrage and said with a smile, "Sorry, I didn't show my face on the live broadcast. If the boss is interested, you can send a plane and you can order a song. Kikai will be very grateful. An airplane is 100 yuan, and the anchor and the platform share 55 accounts. After deducting 20% of the tax, the anchor can divide 40 yuan. Zhou Qi saw that the other person was not talking, and then said, "How about you order a song? Today, because of a bad mood, order a song for free. Then you sing to hug, you can sing well and you can give it to the plane." The man named Cheng Fengwuji sent a barrage again. "Can you change it? I don't know this." Zhou Qi refused. "Oh, neither will this, nor will it. Wear sunglasses without showing your face, what else will you broadcast?" "I'm afraid it's not an ugly beep." Cheng Fengwuji's barrage floated by. "Hat, cursing in my live broadcast room? Mute." Zhou Qi directly gave the mute package. Betta fish system prompt, Cheng Fengwuji has been banned. Chen Chuan watched for a while, and found that Zhou Qi, of course, has good skin and good looks. But I didn't seem to feel anything towards her. To put it bluntly, this didn't seem to be the one he liked. Chen Chuan left the live broadcast room, took a taxi, and returned to his home in the suburban countryside. At dinner in the evening, Chen's father and Chen's mother were discussing buying a house. Chen's mother, "Buy a suite for Xiao Chuan, which will be used by his wife in the future." Father Chen nodded in agreement, but said, "Now the catering is in a recession, and the catering company registered in the hot pot restaurant has no business, and the money for buying a house may not be enough." Listening to the two parents whispering about buying a house, Chen Chuan ate 2 more bites and vaguely said, "I'm finished, I'm in the house." Mother Chen glanced at Chen Chuan and was suddenly surprised. "Hey, Chen Chuan, you look good? Old Chen, do you see if your son has become handsome? You are a little handsome when you say that." Father Chen looked at Chen Chuan with a smile. Chen Chuan went back to the room and turned on the computer when he was idle. Played games, watched the live broadcast, and registered a new ID in Douyu. Chen Chuan now has 2.94 million on hand and has recharged 200,000 shark fins. In the case of unlimited consumption rebates, 200,000 is not too much, right? Think of it as making money. 1 shark fin 1 yuan, which means a recharge of 200,000 yuan. And a rocket is 500 yuan, which is enough for him to buy 400 rockets, and 1 airplane is 100 yuan, which is enough for him to buy 2,000 airplanes. This is enough for him to play fighting fish for a while. If all the consumption is finished, just recharge, anyway, there will be to pay. With these shark fins, the female anchor can choose, but it's not enough to recharge, and it's tens of millions. You spend RMB 200,000 and get a rebate of RMB 400,000, which has been transferred to your bank card. Chen Chuan has always liked the fish teaching section of Douyu. There is an old man in his 60s who teaches hard pen calligraphy. Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com has folk artists painting, there are hermits who talk about the past and the present, and there are also handcrafts. The technical house, the teacher who teaches physics, the master of boxing and so on. Yan value area, outdoor area, and game area, Chen Chuan also often visits. It used to be a prostitute without money, but now it's different. When you see the one you like, you can directly open the nobleman, give a small plane to encourage you, and enjoy the sweet thanks from the female anchors with different looks. Chen Chuan strolled around the live broadcast rooms and had fun. The next morning, Chen Chuan's mother Zhang Xianjian put on a simple makeup and beat Chen Chuan from the bed. "You didn't make any arrangements today, let's take you shopping," Zhang Xianjian said to Chen Chuan. Chen Chuan protested, "I can't go with you, I won't go. It's fake to go shopping. It's true that my mother introduces you to a big beauty. Get up and wash up and change into more energetic clothes," Zhang Xianjian said. Chen Chuan asked, "Who?" Zhang Xianjian said, "It's the daughter of my classmate, the last name is Pei, and the nickname is Linlin. When I was a child, I was a beauty embryo, and now it's more beautiful. If you don't go, you will regret it." "Oh, then she will go today. Chen Chuan asked. Not necessarily, but today I asked her mother to go shopping together. If her mother sees you and thinks it's good, then this will almost certainly happen. As he said, Zhang Xianjian dragged Chen Chuan up directly and asked him to wash. Chen Chuan is dressed, Zhang Xianjian sorts the clothes, and looks from left to right, very satisfied with his son's appearance. At the entrance of, there were originally 2 cars parked. A BMW 5 Series, his father drove to the store. There is also a red Jeep Freeman, that is his mother Zhang Xianjian's car. The two got into the car, Zhang Xianjian started the car and drove into the city. After seeing the house, the 3 of them went shopping. At the mall, Chen Chuan bought 3 Haagen-Dazs ice cream. The 3 of them eat and stroll. You spend 240 yuan and get a double rebate of 480 yuan, which has been transferred to your bank card. Passing by Starbucks, the 3 of them went in and rested. Chen Chuan bought 3 cups of lattes for 117 yuan. You spend 117 yuan and get a double rebate of 234 yuan, which has been transferred to your bank card. Rested for a while and went upstairs to buy clothes. Li Qing bought an Ordos autumn woolen coat, which was discounted for 6,999 yuan, a lady fan. Zhang Xianjian thought, he couldn't be worse than others. Is repeatedly comparing a coat with the original price of 58,000 and a discount of 5,800. Chen Chuan looked at Zhang Xianjian and saw that her face was not good looking, and he knew it was a sign of pain. Xiang Yun, this camel color matches your temperament very well. You have white skin and this is just right to wear. Li Qing said, moreover, it's only 5,800, which is not expensive. Yeah, I just want to see if there is any better. Actually the grey one from the younger house just now is pretty good, isn't it? Son, don't you think? Zhang Xianjian looked at Chen Chuan and said. How old the grey is, and the younger piece is only more than 4,000. You get what you pay for, and the quality is definitely not better than this one. Xianjian, are you too expensive? Li Qing said. Okay, that's it. Zhang Xianjian turned his back to Li Qing, gritted his teeth, and decided. Took out the bank card from the wallet and prepared to swipe it. You still swipe your card, it's 2017, just swipe WeChat and Alipay. Li Qing said. Zhang Xianjian, I am not used to depositing so much money online. Thousands of dollars are too much, and it's very convenient. I only bring my mobile phone when I go out. Li Qing raised the rose gold fruit 6SP in her hand and said. Chen Chuan looked at the opportunity and said, Mom, I will pay for this coat. It's okay, I'll do it. Zhang Xianjian smiled, oh, it's good for my son to have this filial piety. The other side. Li Qing chose another scarf, paid for it, and said, this coat goes well with this scarf. Zhang Xianjian glanced at it, the plaid scarf that looked plain, it was priced at 1998 yuan. Xiang Yun, this coat of yours must match this red scarf to look good. Try it around you. Li Qing handed one. Zhang Xianjian picked it up, first look at the price tag, 6,888 yuan, 30% off. Mental calculation is 2066 yuan. While trying, Zhang Xianjian said in a spitting tone, in fact, I have never understood how can a simple scarf be sold for thousands of dollars. Isn't it just cotton? Is cotton all over the floor, worthy? Reasonable. Auntie, this is not cotton, this is cashmere. The waitress in the shop corrected. Chen Chuan took advantage of Zhang Xianjian's time trying the scarf, first went to the counter to open the ticket, and went to the service counter to pay for the scarf. You spend RMB 2066 and get a double rebate of RMB 4132, which has been transferred to your bank card. Li Qing looked aside and said, Xianjian, your son is quite sensible. But Chen Chuan, you are still a young student and a student. After all, you spend your parents' money. Yes, but it's good for him to have this heart. Zhang Xianjian said. Lunchtime. Zhang Xianjian, Li Qing, come to our hot pot restaurant for lunch, his dad is waiting there and everything is ready. Li Qing, don't bother you guys. Besides, you know my stomach. I had diarrhea with the ordinary hot pot seasoning. Let's have some in the mall nearby. I invite you. Zhang Xianjian, also. The three people went to the 5th floor of the mall and chose a Western restaurant. Zhang Xianjian is depressed and smiles strongly. Chen Chuan knew that Li Qing was too straight to speak. Chen's hot pot restaurant is a cheap hot pot, but you can't directly say that it's normal hot pot seasoning in front of you. What's more, the seasoning used in the Chen's hot pot restaurant is not bad, and it is a business of conscience. When ordering, Chen Chuan ordered 128 avocado ham appetizers, 88 pieces of Italian oxtail soup, 128 pieces of charcoal grilled extra-large tiger prawns, M7 Wagyu steak for 488 yuan, ice fire lava mousse, 52 servings. Zhang Xianjian said, I don't know how to order, just follow Chen Chuan's order. I'm afraid that I won't be full, so I ordered 2 steaks. Chen Chuan reminded. Then I want a copy, the others are the same. Zhang Xianjian said. Li Qing also ordered a set herself, and said in surprise, Ah, I can't tell, Chen Chuan's order of dishes is correct. Chen Chuan smiled faintly. Although he has never eaten a high-end Western restaurant, this is the first time in his life, but he did his homework when he wrote a book before. A total of 3,346 yuan. Yu reading www.yunsha.com. The waitress opened the menu. Paying the bill before the meal, Li Qing was taken aback for a moment, but she took out her mobile phone to check out as usual. Zhang Xianjian was eager to buy it, but the price made her unable to speak. Chen Chuan said, Aunt Li, let me buy it. It's okay, it's just a meal, just eat well. Li Qing scanned the code and paid. Zhang Xianjian said, I didn't expect the food here is so expensive, more than 3,000 yuan. It's really a shame, and it cost you money. After eating like this, I ask you to go to the spa. Okay, it's okay to relax after eating, Li Qing said. Chen Chuan enjoyed this meal. The steak has a sweet and fragrant butter taste, and the taste is tender and smooth. The snowflake beef is fat and thin without fascia, and the taste is just right. After one bite, the juice is plentiful, and the fragrance of lips and teeth remains. The satisfaction brought by the food makes people happy. Mom, Aunt Li, you two eat slowly, I'll go out. Chen Chuan finished eating first and left the restaurant. He went to a spa shop downstairs and filled up 2 membership cards, each of which was 3,000 yuan, for a total of 6,000 yuan. You spend 6,000 yuan and get a double rebate of 12,000 yuan, which has been transferred to your bank card. Took 2 cards and returned to the restaurant. Chen Chuan stuffed Zhang Xianjian under the table and said, No, I will give you 2 membership cards. You will go to the spa in the afternoon. I have an appointment with classmates to play ball. Zhang Xianjian took the card and saw that it was the expensive spa downstairs called Mitang Family. You just went to apply for a card recharge? How much did you charge, and where did you get the money? 3 questions were mixed in the inquiring eyes. But I didn't get the answer from Chen Chuan immediately. There is a lot of time in the afternoon. Chen Chuan found a coffee shop, ordered a cup, and sat by the window, blowing air conditioning, basking in the afternoon sun, and felt comfortable. The reason for the comfort is that the body is healthy, because of the gain of Zhu Guo, I feel energetic in the body and clear mind. Secondly, that is the more important part, because there is the permanent authority of, so there is no need to worry about money and livelihood. For example, the cold brew ice coffee in front of me costs 40 yuan. He can order a cup without hesitation, and it will return 80 yuan in return. If the 40 yuan spent is removed, it is equal to 40 yuan in the account. And those young office workers have to stand at the front desk for a while after entering the store. Do they want a cappuccino or cold squeeze ice? After all, cappuccino is only 24 yuan. There is 16 yuan left. Order a mousse cake, it doesn't taste good. Therefore, Chen Chuan feels comfortable. In the next few days, the school started getting closer and closer. In the past few days, Chen Chuan watched the third grade group, and everyone was discussing the postpartum affairs of the geography teacher. The teacher was named Sima Zionji, a native of Sichuan province. He had just given birth to a baby for 3 months, but when he was crossing the road, he was rubbed on his leg by a car and suffered minor injuries. Although it does not matter, it affects the care of the baby. And she is divorced again, her mother is not here, she can't be too busy alone. Squad leader in the group, who has not yet started school, I have time to go to teacher Sima's house these days to help and see the children, at most 1 week, the teacher's mother will be here. At this time, most of the people started school and went to school in other places. There are only a few people who have time to take the university entrance exam in this city, and Chen Chuan is one of them. The next day Chen Chuan woke up early in the morning, first went to the supermarket to buy a can of milk powder, and went to Sima Zionji's home. Teacher Sima's house is an old community. Chen Chuan went downstairs. Looking at the monitor, Wang Leixin and a few girls have already arrived. A few people went upstairs. The teacher was very happy when they met. Everyone made lunch for noon, and then divided the work to clean up the room, wash clothes and diapers, take care of the baby, and some chat with the teacher. The cabin is not big, but the atmosphere is harmonious, and the teachers and students are happy. At night, the monitor and several other girls left. Chen Chuan and Wang Leixin are left here to take care of them. 6 p.m. Teacher Sima Zionji took the baby to eat dinner, entered the bedroom early, and went to bed to sleep. At sunset, the light in the room is dim. There is only an old TV in the living room, and the sound is rustling. Fortunately, Chen Chuan brought Avery and the player and headphones that he bought for 60,000 yuan the other day. An old two-seater sofa in the living room, Wang Leixin lying on it and sliding her phone. A wicker chair on the balcony, Chen Chuan lay on it to listen to songs. After a busy day, both of them have time to take a good rest. The end of August is the hot season, but fortunately, it is close to the sea. The heat is a bit hot, but the air is not stuffy. The light rain during the day stopped at this time. A gust of wind came in, bringing the coolness of the rain. There is a TV show about spring water on TV, and Wang Leixin watched it with gusto. After a while, Wang Leixin said, "Chen Chuan, you see that this mountain spring is quite magical. Water has been pouring from the crevices of the rocks. Where does this water come from?" Because Chen Chuan was wearing headphones, he only listened to a general idea, and said, "I don't understand it very well. I will listen to what song you listen to. Come to me, let's listen to it together." Wang Leixin sat up straight and moved out of the sofa. Chen Chuan came over and gave Wang Leixin a headset. After listening to it for a while, Wang Leixin said, "Let's play a game, play random songs, listen to the song to know the song, listen to the prelude, and see who names the song first." "Okay." I tuned to a random music library. Chen Chuan said. The price of more than 30,000 yuan for this AK380SS player is not given for nothing, and it comes with an online music library function. Let's bet, otherwise it's boring. If I lose, I'll lose the Pandora Heart of the Sea bracelet on my left wrist to you. Wang Leixin patted her left hand. There is a silver bracelet with a blue opal inlay. Very beautiful. If you lose, you will lose your MP3 and headphones to me, okay? Chen Chuan? Why, Dare not to play. Wang Leixin looked over provocatively. How much is your bracelet? Chen Chuan asked. 1,198 yuan, imported goods, sterling silver chain, natural opal. Wang Leixin said. What about my player? Chen Chuan asked again, do you know what brand it is? Wang Leixin shook her head and said, I don't understand digital, or you can change your bet. Forget it, just do it, just gamble. Chen Chuan said generously. Chen Chuan is also somewhat confident, after all, he listens to songs frequently. Ding dong dang dong, ding dong ding dong, ding dong dang, boom boom boom, the prelude to a song sounded. 5 seconds later, Wang Leixin rushed to answer, Deng Zicky's bubble. Chen Chuan helped the forehead, really? I felt familiar and didn't think of it for a while. The next song begins. Regen, what song is this coming? Chen Chuan is ready to come out. Wow! Wang Leixin patted her thigh, made a pop, stood up, yeah, that's right again. Wow! 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 Is the beginning of the next song again. Doraemon, 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 this is the Queen sang, the year in a hurry. Wang Leixin replied again, ah, yes, it's 4 wins in 7 games, I'm almost at the match point. Chen Chuan doesn't believe in evil anymore. He knows all the above 3 songs, but after a while, come back. The 4th song begins. The prelude just sounded for a second. Wang Leixin slapped Chen Chuan's thigh with a palm. Red high heels, how should I describe you? The most appropriate, what compares with you is the most powerful feeling for you, but don't know much. Just by intuition you feel as comfortable in a quilt, but it's like the wind can't catch it. She twisted the waist of the water snake and sang and danced in the small living room at sunset. She was very happy. After a few more rounds, Chen Chuan won the output player again, and the two drew a tie. 9 o'clock at night. Chen Chuan and Wang Leixin played 2 more rounds. Maybe they were playing games. They were a little hungry, and they discussed going downstairs to eat supper. In the room, teacher Sima Zionji and the baby are sleeping soundly. Chen Chuan and Wang Leixin went downstairs to find a place to eat supper. The two entered Haidai Lao at the next intersection. Fortunately, it was past 9 in the evening and there was no need to line up. I felt a service that is so good that it can be called BT. It can be said to be responsible for any request, and responsive to any request. The per capita vegetable gold of more than 200 yuan is slightly more expensive than other hot pot restaurants, and a butter pot base costs 112 yuan. But for Chen Chuan, with the blessing of eating 400 back to 800 is not too expensive. Wang Leixin can eat spicy, snowflake lamb, yellow throat, hairy belly, shrimp's lips are covered with red chili sauce. The girl was unambiguous, she swallowed it in one bite, and looked enjoyable. After eating for a while, she got up to get the chili sauce. Where is the chili sauce? Wang Leixin asked the waiter. Here. The waitress said hurriedly. Ah, I haven't seen it so close, am I blind? Wang Leixin joked in a good mood. No, it was blind and didn't see you. The waitress said hurriedly. Wang Leixin heard the words and gave Chen Chuan a thumbs up. This service is really nothing to say. While eating, Wang Leixin showed a video in the group to Chen Chuan, and said with a smile, look, a group of students in the class sing in KTV, how much fun. Do you want to go, or let's take a taxi? Chen Chuan watched the video. It was in a dimly lit KTV. Several classmates were drinking and drinking. While watching the video, Chen Chuan put a piece of snowflake lamb dipped in seasoning and put it in his mouth. Ah! This bite is so spicy. Chen Chuan looked down and found that Wang Leixin was holding her small bowl of condiment in front of him. Haha, can I seasoning? Wang Leixin asked with a smile. Generally speaking, Chen Chuan would not taste it, and would refuse, but he just patronized the video and didn't pay attention. Across the curling hot pot steam, Chen Chuan glanced at the girl opposite, with red lips and white teeth, clear eyes and a clear, watery person. Her hair was dyed silver, and she looked a bit rebellious and fashionable. Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com. After eating hot pot, the two walked out of the store, and the sky was full of stars. Chen Chuan noticed that the difference between this and his original world is that the sky is particularly blue and the stars are particularly shining at night. It's been a long time since I saw the starry sky full of stars, and I could even see the galaxy across the night sky. Have you seen it? It is the Milky Way. Wang Leixin pointed to the night sky. You are also called Yin He. Chen Chuan said subconsciously. What? Wang Leixin didn't understand. Ah, I said, you know Yin He too. Chen Chuan said. Wang Leixin gave him a white look. You are not talking nonsense, I also know Andromeda, Whale and Pegasus. I don't see it over there, that is the wings of Pegasus. Wang Leixin leaned close, almost touching Chen Chuan's face. She pointed it to Chen Chuan seriously. Chen Chuan smelled the fresh perfume, his face was a little hot. Well, I see it, the universe is really big and amazing. Yes, there must be many unknown lives in the diameter of more than 90 billion light-years. It is really curious. When will human technology be able to travel between stars? I really want to explore it. Wang Leixin looked forward to infinitely. Looking at the night sky. The night breeze blowing from the beach is chilly. Wang Leixin shrank her neck and rubbed her hands. They were standing under a street light on the side of the road. When a taxi passed by, it slowed down and honked. Hee, the driver's master treats us as a couple who is going to open a house and fight. Wang Leixin said while looking at the taxi going away. Chen Chuan is still looking at the night sky. A thin mist, flowing under the dim street lamp, wrapped the two of them. Hey! On the road, vehicles rushed past.